I would like you to picture the following setting in the manner that seems most appropriate to you. You are being raised in a home, malnourished and neglected, watching as every scrap of attention that should be directed towards you is thrown into the trash along with the bottle of Budweiser you see thrown out every night. The solution the caretaker comes up with is to drop you at a new, unfamiliar home with a parting good luck and to see what happens. This isn't the case for every subject, but it is often the case for many dogs that are departed at animal shelters. You know someone with a dog. You may have a dog, or you may not, but you definitely know someone that does. You may not like dogs, you might even despise them, but you know someone that would step in front of a moving car to save their own. That is why I'm here today to urge people to not only adopt a dog, but to rescue one. First though, I would like to share my experience with man's best friend. Since the first day of my life, there has always been a minimum of one dog in my household, with currently 2 dogs and a third that passed just a few years ago. 2 of the 3 dogs came directly from shelters after being abandoned and in need of homes, and the third one actually came from a store. But the reason we went against our usual decision and got this one from the store was because she originated from a puppy mill, and if she was not adopted within a few days, she would be euthanized within a week. The funny thing about all of these dogs is they're very different species with very different personalities, ranging from a crazy Scottish Terrier to a timid Doberman Pinscher. All of the dogs possess a loving and loyal quality though, regardless of their backgrounds. By rescuing a dog instead of purchasing one from a store or breeder, you are providing yourself with a dog that has been taken from a shelter and providing a new space in the shelter for a dog that could use the hospitality. And you're also rescuing a dog that has much more transparency when it comes to personality and temperament, which could be more suitable for you than adopting a new puppy. Also, once the dog joins the family, the dog could also save you in a way as well. There are an abundance of dogs in the world, too many that are homeless especially. The ASPCA states that 6.5 million companion animals enter US shelters each year, 3.3 million of which are dogs. Of those 3.3 million, 1.6 million are adopted, leaving 1.7 million unadopted. Of those not rescued within a certain sustainable time frame, those dogs are forced into euthanization. The Humane Society of the United States approximates that of the 3 million cats and dogs euthanized each year, 80% of them are healthy and treated or treatable and should have had the chance to move into a new family home. So while it may seem trivial at the time, perhaps overlooking the fluffy puppy at the pet store may be the stepping stone to reducing the 1.7 million dogs euthanized each year. Also, by rescuing a dog, you are setting yourself up to find a dog that is much more suitable for you. An obstacle many people face when adopting a new dog is that its personality does not meet your expectations. This next statement isn't always the case, but it is for a lot of the time, and it's that most dogs that have been left at a shelter from a home have some experience with people and what it's like living with them. Mental Floss states that animals that are once part of a family have some basic ideas of what it's like to live with people. So by rescuing a slightly older dog, you're getting a dog that has a little bit more acquaintance with human life. Whereas if you get a brand new puppy from a store, you don't know what its temperament is going to be like, so rescuing can avoid that problem. Many dogs also lack socialization skills and behavioral skills, another major problem people see when they adopt a dog from a store. Dogster reports that pet store dogs receive very little care and attention from trainers and vets, leading to behavioral problems later on in life that should be weeded out generationally. Puppies not handled by people at age 3 weeks just lack a natural socialization skill with humans, so the lack of attention from vets and trainers is what causes the behavioral problems with humans, because it just simply isn't there. Dogster also states that puppies should not be separated from their packs any time before 8 weeks old, but pet store puppies are usually pulled from their litters at 3 to 4 weeks old, which causes socialization problems with other dogs and just simple canine skills that dogs should have. Mental Floss concludes that rescuing from a shelter provides you with a lot more transparency of the dog's attitude to avoid any of those problems. Adopting a dog requires patience and an adjustment period at no matter what point in the dog's life or your life. There are a lot of potential red flags when it comes to adopting a puppy from a store or breeder, and rescuing can dodge a lot of those flags. Up till this point, I've only told you why you should prioritize rescuing a dog, but now I'd like to just provide a general argument as to why you should rescue a dog to begin with. A final topic to consider after adopting a dog are the benefits it has on the owner, physically and mentally. The CDC states that a bond between people and pets increases overall fitness, leading to a decrease in cholesterol and triglyceride levels. HuffPost comments on this idea by saying that walking a dog 5 times per week leads to an average loss of about 14.4 pounds over the course of a year. So while dogs are your pets, are your allies when it comes to physical health, they're also a huge ally with your mental health. The American Kennel Club states that the National Survey of Pet Owners and Non-Pet Owners by Human Animal Bond Research Institute found 85% of respondents believe pet interaction reduces loneliness. The BMC Public Health supports this claim with a study they performed on a large pool of individuals. The pool of individuals were split into 3 categories: those that wanted a dog and ended up caring for one, those that did not want a dog and ended up caring for one, and those that did not want a dog and did not end up caring for one. Before the study, they had every member of all the groups, take a rating of their loneliness on the UCLA loneliness scale of 0 to 60. Among all the people, the average score was about a 16.57. After 8 months of those that cared for a dog, regardless of if they wanted one or not, had a decrease in their score from a 16.57 down to about a 12.47, whereas those that did not want a dog and did not care for one had no significant change at all in their loneliness score. BMC Public Health therefore concludes that companion dogs do reduce loneliness. So you want to shed a few pounds? Why not adopt a dog? They need to walk all the time, so perhaps their necessity is the perfect motivator for you too. If you're considering getting a dog, you're now aware of the benefits available to you. But now I urge you to instead rescue a dog as opposed to just purchasing one. Rescuing a dog is truly in the best interest of the dog's life and all other dogs in need of better hospitality. And it helps to prevent a euthanasia statistic. By rescuing more dogs, you're creating a much more impactful environment for them in the world, and as well as more impacting your own life, mentally and physically. There are too many familyless dogs in the world, leading to a high number of euthanasia. Rescuing just one more dog provides one more spot in the shelter for another dog that needs the home, and takes that one individual dog into a new loving family. People surrender dogs all the time because of incompatibility with behavior and attitude. But if you're adopting a dog, you get a lot more transparency, and this problem can be avoided. Adopting a dog improves physical and mental health, as it can decrease cholesterol and just reduce your loneliness levels. So you're thinking of getting a dog, you might have a better temperament, and you might even look a little bit slimmer. Earlier, I proposed the scenario of a dog in a home going to a shelter. When the dog goes to the shelter, do you think it knows if it's going towards a better future, or is it solely traumatized? Regardless of your answer, the intention is that the dog is now brought into a new loving family. So if you're the one adopting the dog, please be the one to show it that it is leaving a world of darkness to come into a new world of light.